Hi everyone! In this week's episode, we're going to be making a recipe for Divinity candy. And this is a recipe that my Mima used to make, but she didn't make it very often because it takes quite a while and it's a lot of effort, especially if you don't have a stand mixer. But she always called it seafoam candy, not Divinity candy. So it took a really long time for me to find out what exactly she was making or to explain to anything exactly what it was. But your ingredients are pretty simple. It's going to be 2.5 cups of sugar, a half a cup of water, a half a cup of light corn syrup, about 8 teaspoons of salt. I'm using liquid egg whites for this just because it's a little bit easier, but you can use about 4 egg whites if you're separating them, and then 2 teaspoons of good vanilla bean extract, and then you're going to be using pecan halves to put on top. It took about a half a cup of those. You don't have to put those on there, especially if you're allergic, but it just adds a little bit of crunch at the end. So the first thing you're going to do is take your egg whites and add them into your mixer and add your salt in there as well, and turn on your whip attachment and whip it on high. We're looking to get these up to stiff peaks, and it's a little bit tough to get the mixer all the way down to the bottom. While you are whipping those up, you're going to put your water, your corn syrup, and your sugar into a saucepan, and you're going to put it on the small burner on your stove on high. And you're going to be doing these two things at the same time, so you're going to kind of keep an eye on both of them at the same time. And it's going to be very important to keep an eye on the candy. With a gas stove, you're not going to keep it all the way on high because, as you can see, the flames are going up the side. You do not want the flames to go up the side, so adjust your flame to where it stays right up underneath that burner because you don't want the sides of the pan to burn. You also may want to wash any crystals off the side of the pan with a pastry brush and some water, just so you don't get burning on the sides of the pan either, because we are going to be pouring this into the egg whites later, and you don't want to pour it over burned candy. So you're going to continue cooking and monitoring this temperature as you're going, checking your temperature constantly throughout this. Because we're cooking this as a candy, your water is going to only get up to 212, so it's going to take evaporating some of that water out to get it to the 260 degrees that we're looking for. So you're going to cook this until it reaches 260 degrees and remove it from the heat and take it to the mixer. The mixer, while this is going on, is going to be continuing to work, and it takes about 5 minutes for the mixer to work. But while all this is going on, I'm going to need you to hit that subscribe button. While these egg whites are working, you're looking for them to get to stiff peaks. And what that means is when you lift the beater out, it's going to make a triangle and not a wave. So you're looking for a stiff peak and not a soft peak. And you can see the shape of this on the screen. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes. And then once that happens, you're going to turn it off. The candy process took about 10 minutes, so you do need to keep an eye on it. And hopefully it's close enough that you can keep an eye on both things at the same time. Once your candy is cooked, you're going to slowly pour this in a stream into the egg whites. And you're going to want to keep that stream very, very slow. This should take at least 2 minutes. And you're going to aim about halfway between the bowl and the center because you don't want the beater to fling it and make it stringy. And be patient with this process. You want your stream to be maybe 1/4 of an inch. And then take that pot and put it directly into some water. So after this process is going to take a while. You're going to whip this until it cools and the mixture begins to hold its shape. We are whipping air into it at this point. It's going to gain some volume over time. Right now, it's pretty glossy, so it's going to go from being very, very glossy to being very, very matte and cooling at this point. This is going to take a lot longer if you're using one of these glass mixing bowls than it will if you're using a stainless steel one, because the glass holds the heat a lot more than a stainless steel bowl. So if you have a stainless bowl, use that. I'm using the glass so that you can see the process a little bit better. Once it becomes matte, and add the vanilla in, and be ready to go with 2 spoons to scoop it. And at this point, you're going to want to work very quickly because once it is ready, it is going to harden very quickly. So have 2 parchment pans ready to go and your 2 spoons ready to go. You're going to scoop with a spoon and scrape off of that spoon with the other spoon. I have found that in a lot of cases you'll see me using a scoop on this channel. A scoop does not work very well for this process because this is very, very sticky. So scoop and scrape. And it's very, very sticky. It's gonna want to stick to everything. So this process takes a little while. If it is sticking pretty hard, you can actually spray your spoons with cooking spray, and that helps a little bit. And once it starts to stick again, spray the spoons again. And you're going to continue to scoop until all of your candy is scooped. And then you're just going to press the pecan half into each of your pieces. You can also put crushed pecans into the entire thing, but I just like pressing the pecan half into each one because it ends up being a little bit prettier. So this is an old-fashioned candy that is super sweet and has a little bit of crunch and will take you back in time a little bit. This tastes so much better than the kind that you can buy, so I highly recommend that you try it. Let us know in the comments if this is something that your family made, and we would love to hear what your thoughts on it are. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let us know what you think. Like the video, and we will see you guys next week.